speak about the film and you're making. It's all you this.
It's all happening today. It's all happening now.
Come. Yes, come on. Come on. Can we do it like a little quickly? Yeah? Lovely.
Any questions for Karthi?
No, we want you to answer a couple of questions. Vikram sir.
Thank you. We have. Who needs a mic? I think Manish was here. Right.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Three of us. Come. Ravi, come. Please don't ask us to hug again. Thank you, guys.
कार्ति मेरा सवाल आपसे एक है इस फिल्म में
Talking
आपको
as you walk, Karthi.
Do that.
इस फिल्म में आपको दिलों का राजा कहा गया है उसको आप किस तरह से डिफाइन करते हैं अपने कैरेक्टर के साथ
Subtitles, please.
அதாவது
Sorry.
King of Hearts.
Can you talk about being the king of hearts?
Oh, it's written so well. It's so beautifully written. The one-liners are fantastic. And it's not so difficult to romance these beautiful ladies also. No? You don't have to really try hard. It naturally comes when you look at them. And then, of course, when I overdo it, Mani sir is there to control me, so I look more charming. You know, I don't overdo it and stay cool. You know, sometimes I get to just get excited too much looking at them, but then sir keeps me on control. And then you should remember that Raman sir is playing music for me behind, so all my look becomes even more better because of that music. So I think all King of Hearts are sitting here actually. I'm trying. I'm not getting good marks there. I'm trying because Raman sir is not getting music for me exclusively. I'll take it
send you a CD.
personally and play it at home.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karthi sir. Thank you so much. Zordar thaliya ho jaye. Come on for this gentleman here.
Bye, Pa. Safe landing.
Best of journey, Karthi sir. ये हमने किसी को नहीं बोला होगा ना यहाँ पे. All right. So yeah, it's over to all you wonderful people. जी कहाँ से आ रहा है पहला सवाल?
Here.
Yes. You want to? हाँ.
I have. Can I ask?
Yes.
Here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. A very warm welcome to this cast to Bombay. My question is for our Chian sir and Aishwarya. So, like everybody spoke about that, you know, how you enlightened us with the knowledge about Indian heritage, is a beautiful piece of literature. What is your favorite part from this literature?
I love the unrequited love between Nandini and Aditi Karikal, and I think it's a very, very different kind of love. I've romanced a lot of people in a lot of movies. It's always been one-sided love, or you love both of it, it's mutual. But this is the first time that there's one person who loves him so much he can kill him. And there's this other person who loves her so much he can die for her. And what happens then? And does he die because of her? I don't know. Or does he live? You don't know. That is a very beautiful thought. And in the book too, it almost has it's not finished. It's left there for us to conjure up some image in our minds. And Manisa has wrapped it up so beautifully, and I just love it. And working with her was phenomenal. I loved it, and once again, it was nice sharing screen space and that chemistry with her.
Completely echo his sentiments. And who better than to actually bring that kind of dynamic on celluloid than Manigaru? He is king of bringing romance into the most tense moments in a manner which is just so unique to his storytelling, his way of bringing magic, that pain becomes beautiful. You see love, you see intensity, and the ultimate romance in the moments that, when written on paper, does not read like that, but is definitely experienced like that. And we're so fortunate to have had to have that creative opportunity to live those moments. Thank you. It's truly magical.
I have an extension to this question for you, Aishwarya. How did you get into the space of Nandini, who's smitten everyone? You know, now when it was on screen, there was a sense of proud, proud that yes, this is someone right here. So how did you get in space? You know,
Isn't
in
that
mind space?
amazing? First, to begin with, in Kalkisa's writing,
Yeah.
that this lady is just so, the way she's been written in as a character, as a personality, um, it's just amazing that all the women also in the audience, apart from, I mean the readers to begin with, uh, absolutely love this character. There's a strange relatability, strange, because I think deep down, all of us know that we are gray. It's not black and white. Everybody is gray. Everybody is layered as a personality, and that's just the deepest truth. So in life, actually, there are no labels. There is no compartmentalization about being a protagonist or an antagonist, or are you positive or are you negative. These are all labels that I think we as people go about attaching to personalities. We all have all the aspects and all the dimensions, and we're reactionary. So a lot of what we do and who we are and how we, it's so often reactionary. It's very and most often emotional. The triggers are experiences, and very deeply emotional experiences, and that's what so often can be the driving force for choices that you make in your life. And I think that's the core that makes her so relatable. And when Manigaru narrated the film to me and said, Nandiniya, oh my God. I was like, really? I love it. He's a man of, we all have said this all day, man of few words, which you all just also experienced. But that one word is enough. You know, he'll say one word, a look and a nod, and that even that little that follows. You know, there's so much said in that. It was just a natural yes, and I'm so, so thankful I got to essay his Nandini and be a part of this amazing, magical, immensely memorable, and personally very deeply treasured movie experience for me as an artist and each and every one of us here. So eternally grateful that I got to be his Nandini. His Nandini. Thank you, sir.
ए आर रहमान जी, हाँ, मेरा सवाल आपसे है। आपके हमने सॉन्ग्स इसमें सुने हैं, और ख़ास तौर पर गुलजार साहब हैं तो क्या कहने, बहुत बहुत मेस्मराइजिंग और बहुत अच्छा म्यूज़िक। मैं आपसे एक सीरियस सवाल इसलिए करना चाहती हूँ कि हाल ही में अभी हमने एक साउथ की बहुत बड़ी माइथोलॉजिकल फिल्म देखी। खासतौर पर उसे कालिदास जी ने लिखा था, और हमारे नॉर्थ बेल्ट के हैं, तो हमें उसमें जो जो उनका उसका लिरिक्स था वो हमें थोड़ा सा कमज़ोर लगा। तो हमने उनसे पूछा तो उन्होंने कहा कि लिपसिंग के प्रॉब्लम की वजह से ऐसा होता है। क्या आप एज अ म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर मानते हैं, क्योंकि आपकी जो हम अब सॉन्ग सुन रहे हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, और उसकी लैंग्वेज भी उतनी अच्छी है, तो ये करना डिफ़िकल्ट होता है, क्योंकि एक तो हिस्टोरिकल फिल्म, दूसरा कि उसमें जो वर्ड्स होते हैं वो बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट, और उसके साथ म्यूज़िक को एडजस्ट करना मुश्किल होता है।
I've been fighting this battle from Roja, actually. You know, when I used to do jingles, I used to have Hindi and Bengali and Tamil and Telugu. So that actually gave me the experience to handle Roja with 3 languages. So all the lyric writers, actually, when it goes from one language to another language, there are a lot of challenges. Within the challenges, we have super hits like Bombay and, Roja. And from Dil Se, Tamil, Dil Se was a Hindi movie. So we do have those limitations, but I think people are intelligent enough to understand certain limitations. They see with the vibe. And beyond all this, there is an inherent quality with the lyric writers, whether it's even Mehboob or Gulzar Saab or Javed Saab. I think they come up with something which is believable and emotional, and which actually enhances the film. And having people like, Gulzar Saab is actually a blessing for this one, because he doesn't look at a language. He looks at, it doesn't divide this language as Hindi or Urdu or anything. He just brings an experience to us. And we trusted him, that's it.
मेरा सवाल ऐश्वर्या से है। ऐश्वर्या है इकबाल फ्रॉम ANI।
हेलो।
हेलो। मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि जिस तरह का आपका और मनी सर का रिलेशन, एक विश्वास का कहें, प्यार का कहें, कॉन्फिडेंस का कहें, दिखता है पर्दे पर, पर्दे के पीछे भी। जब मनी सर की फिल्म आपके पास आती है तो वो सिर्फ नाम ही काफ़ी होता है या कहानी, किरदार, उन सब को भी आप ढूंढती हैं, देखती हैं?
गुरु भक्ति, गुरु है मेरे। तो मतलब एक तो सबसे पहले इट्स अ नेचुरल यस। हाँ तो है ही। जब भी हिंट हिंट सर जब भी पूछेंगे ज़रूर जवाब हाँ ही होगा। दैट्स अ गिवन। अब उसे श्रद्धा कहें, गुरु भक्ति कहें, कृतज्ञता कहें या प्यार कहें, you can label it what you want, but the point is that it would always be a yes. But why wouldn't it be a yes? I'm very fortunate. I think anybody, any actor, you speak to anyone who has had the opportunity to work with him or who hasn't as yet, deeply aspires to work with him. Actors and ऑल क्रिएटिव फोर्सेस, बहुत एक्साइटमेंट रहती है। पता नहीं कितने लोग दिखाते हैं या नहीं, लेकिन बहुत खुशी होती है, बहुत एक्साइटमेंट होती है। आज when we were giving interviews earlier also we were being asked and everybody said that if a message or even that name flashes on the phone or you sir, now we are telling you directly, you cannot imagine the excitement. We have shared it unabashedly during interviews today in the day. बहुत खुशी होती है, बहुत एक्साइटमेंट होती है, और and everybody truly looks forward to getting the opportunity to work with him. और मौका मिले तो it is very deeply treasured, it is very very really cherished, respected. It's a learning curve. It is an experience which is unique to itself, and it shows in the reaction of the audience, of you viewers. I mean, it's all good. So I mean, why wouldn't one say a natural yes? लेकिन खूबी इनकी है कि it's so lovely. In fact, he said that to me recently when I was asking him, sir, how? I was asking him the context of others. You know, when we were just talking, I said, sir, sometimes you kind of wonder, should one take that call or not? You know, say yes or not. And I've never spoken to him about this before directly, and I did only very recently, after we finished Ponniyin, no, sir. And he just said the sweetest thing. He said, you know, which it's always been, be honest about how you feel about the character you're going to essay. Even if it is me, don't just say yes. I said, no, I mean, you've always brought something magical. Bhale Iruvar ho, Guru ho, Ravanan or Rab Ponniyin Selvan. I mean, you've always brought something magical. So it's a natural yes, of course. He said, but even then, you've got to be honest about how you feel about the character that you're going to go essay, because you are going to live that character and you're going to bring that character to life. There has to be an honesty and integrity and a commitment which runs beyond just, I'm going to say a yes, but of course. But I'm going to say a yes, but of course. I will always just say a yes, but of course. It's him. Everything else is already set. Everything else is already in place. Thank you.
Hi,
Hi,
Aishwarya
Manish,
ji,
this is,
on your left. Hi. ऐश्वर्या जी, ये जो
जी।
नंदिनी नाम है, क्या
नमस्ते।
इस नमस्ते, ये जो नंदिनी नाम है, क्या इससे आपका कुछ इमोशनल कनेक्शन है? और एक फिल्म आई थी नंदिनी, जो लोगों ने, ऑडियंस ने बहुत ही
What
प्यार
a
दिया था।
beautiful coincidence, no? It's amazing, no?
हाँ जी।
कि ऐसा हुआ भी है. I mean, in fact, yes, even Nandini in Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam was very, very memorable. She has lived on in people's hearts, and I'm so, so thankful that I got to play Nandini then too. And she's remained special for the audience and, of course, to me. And today, and that was with Sanjay Bansali ji. And today, of course, with my Mani Garu, I got to play Nandini in Ponniyin Selvan. I mean, that's just tremendously a blessing to have gotten to play such strong women, such layered women, and women with character that touches the lives of so many women out there. There is a relatability. So I'm very, very, very grateful.
Hi, Mani, this is Runa from Web Dunia. Last time when we spoke about
you, whatever film you make, you try to make it as well as you can. But when you make a period film, and when it is historical, though it's a historical fiction, once it's an historical thing, you try to go as close as you can to what could have been, and not fantasize it, not add elements which are not too real, but try to bring it, as close to reality as possible. This film was treated in that fashion, and the objective while making was simple, that it should look like it is happening now, or it should look like we are there next to the characters. So it was shot, it was scored, it was put together, it was performed casually, not like a historical drama. So everything added to that.
Hi. Hi, good
Aishwarya
evening.
ma'am, Prabhat from Bollywood Chronicle. This side, right side. Ma'am, this side,
Which
right.
side?
Left side, ma'am.
Left,
Where? Here? There? Yeah, there? Yeah.
Hello, namaste.
Ma'am, social media revolution is a big boon for celebrities, common people. But I mean, nowadays, the irrelevant news content being circulated, do you feel like it's hurting people, I mean, sentimentally or emotionally, and there should be a stoppage on this kind of a thing?
Sorry? What was
There's
the
a
question?
stoppage
I,
on.
I heard the comment, and I think everybody has nodded here on stage on
I'm
what
talking
are the
about-
possibilities.
Yeah, I'm talking about the irrelevant news content being circulated on social media.
But it's so nice that a member of the media only is recognizing that that does exist. So that gives us a great hope that you're obviously not going to perpetuate that. You're not going to, encourage that. And thank you very much for your wise recognition of the negative impact of false writing or unnecessary writing, which is insensitive and unnecessary. So thank you so much for your support, for that sentiment that we all share, and for your wisdom in recognizing that.
Good evening, team PS-1. I'm Vijay Lakshmi from the Free Press Journal. My question is to Mani sir and to Rahman sir. Gentlemen, straight. Good evening, sirs. My question to both of you is, you all have collaborated with each other for almost 3 decades, and you all have been friends. And you all have given Tamil cinema some of the most landmark films that we all know. Every time you all collaborate with each other, my favorite question to ask, especially with two individuals who collaborate often with each other, is how do you bring a sense of newness to every project that you undertake? Because the subjects are very different. Yes, sir, Mani sir first.
Yeah, okay. It's very easy with Rahman next to me. It's not very difficult to ask for something new. And I think to a large extent, both of us try to keep in mind that try to explore new areas, and not try to repeat what we have done before, and stay as far as possible from that. And to a large extent, also that the kind of films that we are doing dictates the kind of music that was demanded. And within that, Rahman is capable of experimenting, go far away and give something absolutely fresh. And so I've been lucky.
Thank you, sir. Rahman sir.
So I'm like a supermarket. I do super commercial movies. I do a symphony, orchestra, and then I do classical kind of songs. But here there's a special shop. It's always there for me so far. I've been very lucky. So I do all this mischief outside and come here to do all the innovation. So I can go wild and he'll put me in
The
place.
gourmet food and stuff, like special stuff.
हेलो हेलो यहाँ पे इधर 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 इधर
Where? Yeah, you're in the center. Guys, take your phone and flash the lights. I think she's there. in the center.
हेलो मेरा नाम आरती सक्सेना है और मेरा ऐश्वर्या जी से क्वेश्चन है
जी नमस्ते.
लास्ट टाइम मैंने ऑप्शंस दिए थे आपको अमित जी के बिग वो केबीसी के, लेकिन इस बार नहीं दूंगी. तो इस बार मेरा ये सवाल है कि आजकल साउथ बॉलीवुड पे छाया हुआ है. लाइक साउथ की रीमेक्स बन रही हैं, साउथ की डब बन रही हैं और वो हिट हो रही हैं, और बॉलीवुड वाले जितने रीमेक बना रहे हैं वो फ्लॉप भी हो रहे हैं. तो ये बात आपको पहले से पता थी, आप साउथ की तरफ पहले ही भाग ली?
It's not a question of bhagi.
साउथ की फिल्में ज़्यादा कर रही हैं बॉलीवुड के हिसाब से.
I mean, it's not about because I think मेरा जो नज़रिया रहा है भारतीय सिनेमा है शुरू से, and I was very clear about. I mean, if I had the opportunity, of course, to be able to subtly but strongly and clearly convey that in the work that I did right from the beginning, because I do not, I never, I do not support that viewpoint. कि यहाँ काम नहीं है तो वहाँ जाएंगे, वहाँ काम नहीं है तो यहाँ आएंगे, ऐसी कोई बात है नहीं. कलाकार कला के पीछे जाता है. जहाँ मौका मिले कि we get the opportunity to shine, to learn, to grow, to be able to do fabulous work, it's a natural, it naturally draws you. And even if we sound repetitive and it bores you, the fact is that I was blessed to have had the opportunity to work with Mani Garu in my first film. Why wouldn't I say a yes? And yes, and thereafter I've also got to work with wonderful directors like Rajiv Menon, Shankar Sir. It was naturally, I would say yes to the movies that I have done, and the proof is in the pudding. You'll have seen the movies that I have chosen to do with Rahman sir's music in all of them. I mean, wow. Why wouldn't I happily say a yes to these incredible combinations of talents where I got to start my career, to grow, to learn, and have the opportunity to actually work with the great talents. When you have the opportunity to surround yourself, to infuse yourself with this kind of creative energy, it's a natural yes. So it's not about यहाँ भागना कि वहाँ भागना. शुरू से मैंने तो I think काफ़ी clear किया है in my choices कि I don't follow these systems and these thought processes, and that's never been my journey and reasons for my choices.
Thank you
But
very
thank
much.
you.
You are sorry for
All right, we'll
having
take
me.
two final questions, right? I'll come to you,
Yeah.
but before that, Mayur. sir.
Hi, Mayur here from Beyond Bollywood Center. You can see me. Yeah, I have one question for Trisha and one question for Mr. Mani Ratnam and Vikram sir. I'll ask Trisha first. Obviously you have this unenviable distinction. You're made in Hindi film. Where I've not seen it, but I have read that you played a municipal commissioner. So I wanted to ask you, last time when you came to Mumbai and today when you've come to Mumbai, did you take stock of the roads, the potholes?
Take stock of the
Just a light-hearted question.
I do that even in Chennai.
Okay, the roads are good in Chennai though. Okay, you want to add something to it?
No, I mean, that was a film, honestly, I did not look at it as like a launch into Hindi cinema. It was because Priyan sir launched me in Tamil and he asked me to do this film. It's actually a remake of a Malayalam film, so I just obliged because he's my guru. He launched me, he gave me a platform, and so, no, I do not go around looking at potholes in any part of India otherwise.
Okay, my question to Mani sir and Vikram sir. Lately, especially in the last few years, we get to hear this word pan-India. The way I look at it, India is a country, it's known for its cultural diversity. And with cultural diversity comes different sensibilities, regional sensibilities. So do you think as a filmmaker, do you think it's really it's a fallacy to use this word pan-India? Because the sensibilities is always, they will be different, and that's the beauty of our nation.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think we should take away the word pan-India. It's always been India.
Vikram sir, would you like to add to this?
Yeah, the same. First of all, apologies for the history class last time. And second, I believe any story, any movie with a good story, which is engaging, which is thought-provoking, which evokes emotions that really stir us, will do well, will reach a clear example would be a Kantara or, which is such a small film. But it crossed boundaries in spite of it having, you would understand that being a Mangalorean, it's got a Mangalorean culture, which even people in Bangalore may not understand, which only a certain community in Kerala will understand. It's on the border. It's called Teyyam in Kerala and whatever. But it reached cross boundaries because sheer dint of the fact that it had a story like that, which was so engaging. So I think you make good films, it will cross boundaries. And now with OTT and stuff, people have started watching films, not just dub films. They prefer watching films with subtitles because they want to have the original language out there, which is so, heartwarming. And I'm so glad that we are all here in a time when we can push our boundaries, and now we don't even have to stop with Kashmir or with Kanyakumari. We're actually thinking global. We're thinking of Oscar awards. Who knows? One of them may get, or will surely get. And he's making it a habit, so I'll be waiting for that. And thank you for that question.
Hi, Shobita here. Hi, Shobita. I'm Tanmay from Peeping Moon. My question for you is, what's your biggest takeaway from PS-2?
That sometimes I feel like as actors, when an experience or when something is so special to you, like for me this opportunity, sometimes we tend to put it on such a pedestal that we might not entirely be present in the moment. So there have been a couple of times when we shot things that I was completely unprepared for, and yet taking that plunge gave me a lot of joy afterwards, and it taught me a lot. So when the student is ready, the lesson arrives. So just be willing to take the leap and have faith. Your filmmaker knows what he's doing.
Thank you, thank you.
Jayam Ravi, would you like to elaborate a little bit? Here, this side. Would you like to tell us something about your character?
In the movie, right?
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, also we won't mind.
Otherwise,
hearing.
it's a little questionable. But that's a good question.
It'll be interesting.
He's
you
jealous,
know?
nothing.
Yeah, he's always
Especially the
jealous.
questionable parts.
Yeah.
Down south, I would say the character of Ponniyin Selvan or
So I asked.
Rajaraja Cholan is an epitome of a character. You know, he is literally looked as near to God because of his nature and because the way he took care of his kingdom. So when Mani sir called me and told me, you're going to play Rajaraja Cholan, and I was like in a dream, which we spoke a few months back here, and now the dream has come as a reality. But the process was amazing because he told me to live as Rajaraja Cholan for 6 months before the shoot. So I did that exercise, sir. I did, and it really helped me to play that character well because, you know, I was searching for many words to describe Rajaraja Cholan, and I took all the positive words because he is a very positive person. And one word stood out, you know, it's the righteousness of him. When he looks at somebody, we know that he's righteous. So that word, my brother helped me with that word. And finally, when I portrayed it and when people saw it, my brother, who has like done 7 films, he's a director, he's done 7 films with me, and we've grown together. This one is, he saw the film and he told, I'm seeing you as a new person here. I can see the righteousness in your eyes. Only my brother can come up with that because he's lived with me, made movies with me. And I really thank Mani sir for that, you know, for seeing that quality. Something, I don't know. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that.
Mani sir, Mani Garu, before we wind up, do you consider Ash as your lucky charm and lucky mascot? And
Yeah,
Ash, you can answer also after him.
He's certainly not one to sit and think about luck.
Is she your fan
I
club
mean,
president?
I don't
just
think
found out.
luck even is the kind of factor that he focuses on.
Lucky charm.
See, when a filmmaker is a very, very selfish person, he's absolutely heartless and selfish. Only thing that you care for is the film.
We all second that.
How much ever I love her, I will ask her only if I think she's right for the role. And every time I've asked her is only because I believe that she was absolutely right for the role, and she's been nice enough to say yes. So it is not a luck or it's not a charm, it's only her talent and the personality that would portray this character.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. That's all we have for you. with this, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick photo op. The final photo op. Would like to invite on stage the dialogue writer, Mr. Divya Prakash Dubey, and of course, Laika Productions, say our very favorite Ashish Singh Saab. Sir, of course, it's time for a final photo op, and then we'll wrap this up.
Thank you for your question. I've got the most special moment ever. Thank you so